Hello, everybody. This is Coach Van in Fayetteville, North Carolina, and I want to welcome you to this Relationship Energy 24/7, 365 webinar. We are live on August 5th, and this is being recorded, and I'm pretty sure this time we have the CEO, Peter P.J. Jensen, who's going to be joining us on this particular webinar. And before we get started and I bring PJ on here, I want to let people know one of the things we're putting together here is an actual presentation. This, what you see on your screen right now, for those of you who are actually viewing the webinar, not just listening to it, is some of the new things that are being added in the short time we've been in. For example, or first off, are you there, PJ? Okay. I always seem to have difficulties getting things started with PJ here, but the guy is super supportive. But just to give you an idea, in the short time that I've been involved with RE, when I started, it was temporarily going to be $40 and it was going to go more. And the biggest bonus was $7,500. Since then, they have added a $25,000 bonus, and they've added a $100,000 bonus, and that just came in here today. Now, when you hear from PJ, one of the things that I want you to realize here is that RE is working with you and helping you profit from not just any kind of things that are going on the internet, but not even the top industry in the world, but multiple industries that are all multi-trillion-dollar industries on their own. Travel being the number one. There's lots of travel deals out there, but none of them have this kind of track record ran by somebody who's made many millions of dollars just in travel. That is PJ. Are you there, PJ?
Yeah, I'm here, buddy. Standing by.
Oh, okay, cool. I'll go ahead and turn, because PJ is going to be doing a corporate call here in a few minutes. So I'll go ahead and introduce you, the CEO, and then we'll kind of go over some of the things here, and so that you can hear about the background and the CEO who's doing this call or this webinar for us. And it's not just because I'm doing really well. He's called people. He's done this. He's out there to help Joe and Susie Average, and he wants all of you to make a bunch of money here. And without any further ado, I'm going to turn it over to the CEO, Peter P.J. Jensen, down there in Florida. Take it away, PJ.
Hey, Van, thanks so much, and good evening, everybody, and welcome to RE if you're looking at us for the first time. And you know, it's certainly a pleasure to be on the phone call, Van. And you know, every day that I'm in business with you and watching your team grow, I'm just absolutely blown away by the duplication process that's going on, by your ability to place people underneath people and just driving checks, driving really our company stories. It's just absolutely just short of amazing, because I've been doing this for 25 years. As you know, my background, I've been full-time networking for 25 years, and as you alluded to, you know, there's not many people that have had the run that I've had in the last 25 years to bring the expertise and the actual, actual firepower that it needs to be brought to another company to run it, not only from the field side but from the operation side. And you know, my claim to fame, where I'm most notable for, you know, besides being a great dad, as my daughter calls me, is the company that I was involved with from 2003 to 2010. It was a travel company called YTB. I was fortunate enough to be the #1 money earner in that company. had 138,000 people on my team from my position down. We represented 78% of the $3 billion in travel sales that we did. So we know a little bit about what we're doing on travel and building large sales organizations. And quite frankly, that's one of the main reasons why we rolled out the travel division of RE, and we were fortunate enough to partner up with Archer Travel, a 60-year-old second-generation travel company, so well established in the travel industry, the highest credentials, the highest paid or highest commissions back from the vendors. And then when I say vendors and suppliers, I'm talking about the cruise ships, airlines, hotels, cars, vacation resorts all over the world, and which equates to the highest paid commissions, the highest paid commissions in the travel industry back to you looking at our company for the first time if you're already with us. So, you talk about there are a lot of travel companies out there. Certainly, our travel program can stand on its own, and actually it stands on its own. There's not a travel company out there that has what we have, and nor pays like we pay, because we're the first direct sales organization to pay out the travel commissions, 7 levels, 3 generation bonuses with the 50% match. So we're truly, truly excited. And I don't know if a lot of people are familiar with the American Express Black Card. It's a Centurion card. You have to spend about $200,000 a month on it. Can buy it's $1 million house plus on it, and I have had that card for 6 or 7 years, and I'm not saying that for any other reason that no one buys a house, by the way. The credit card's it's silly, but I've fallen in love with the card not because of the card, but because of the travel concierge that I've serviced that I've had for 5 or 6 years, white glove service that gets me courtside seats at the Knicks games if I go there at the Madison Square Garden. Airline tickets, best hotels, restaurants, you name it, and you've got the same white glove service at RE Travel with when you're a best friend with the company, 40 to 80% off published retail rates, the best trips all over the world, not cheesy timeshare, gimmicky, stuff like that. The best of the best, and we really developed our travel platform for you, to create the experience and the value proposition, if you will, of paying that $39.95 just to be a member, to be a BF of our company, and then the public side of that was our second concern, and that'll go live sometime next week when people can just book their travel from you on the front side, and just like a Travelocity price on Expedia or Orbit, so you make commission on that. But for you to have insider information, insider travel, just to be able to travel like an insider, like a rock star. And if you choose to pass those savings on to your family and friends, you can give them your 800 number with your ID number, your REID number, and they can take advantage of the travel discounts, or you can use it to bring them into the business. Whatever you choose to do, you're still going to make a commission on it. So the travel program is second to none. And then in 2008, at the height of my YTV business, making over $200,000 a month, I started an energy company called America Approved Energy Services, which today is one of the largest energy consulting companies in the industry, in the energy industry. 14 states, 43 utilities, 38 different channel suppliers that we have that we shop our electricity around. We have the largest footprint in the industry, which allows you to be in all the markets, but our business model is great because over the last 8 years, we've proven that with 38 different suppliers that we have, it really gives the customer the best rate, gives you the best commission, and with over an 88% renewal rate on all of our customers over the last 8 years, and you're talking about some serious income that you're going to keep for a long, long, long time. So a ton of money to be made in commercial electricity. Our residential platform is growing. We're in 7 states currently, and our natural gas blueprint is big as well. So excited about America Approved Energy Services. Then 4.5 years ago, man, we started a funding company called America Approved Investment Capital Funding, and we started this as a need for businesses that were no longer able to get money from banks, and they were unable to get money from banks for 2 reasons. One, because when the bailout happened in 2008, 2009, in 2010, where the banks couldn't lend money anymore just because they didn't have it, but they're also the model didn't work because it still doesn't work today. And this is what happens. You can have just a thriving business, cash flow business, lots of sales every day, restaurant, car wash, nail salon, whatever business is doing credit card sales or cash sales, and you could have a great business. And if you go to the bank and you're the owner of that business, and you look for a loan or maybe a corporate credit card or a line of credit. If you have derogatory credit, if your personal credit if your credit scores are low, you're not going to get the loan or the equity line or the credit card. We started America Approved Investment Capital Funding because we lend money on the strength of the business, not of the company owner. Big difference, and we fund anywhere from $5,000 up to $2 million, and we're doing that for 4.5 years. So we started RE 24/7, 365. We started formulating about 11 months ago. We opened the doors about 45 days ago. Breaking records, breaking numbers, and we started it because we had control of the two companies. We had a commercial company, electric company, and we had the funding company, and then we were fortunate to partner up with Archer Travel. And it was time for me to get back, come out of retirement, not financial retirement, but out of retirement and building organization again to put a team together that we could be super proud of, super successful. And we knew that with the products that we had with the two companies we owned, and then bringing Archer Travel in as a partner, we knew that we had to come out with a compensation plan that just absolutely wowed people. And today, I think we had the best compliment that I've had since we've been in business, that RE is the talk of North America right now. We are the #1 income opportunity. We're growing like crazy, and we're doing that because of the products that we have: travel, energy, and money for businesses. And you can't go wrong with those products, goods or services. And our compensation plan has just blown people away. $39.95 to get into our company. $39.95. Are you kidding me? And when you bring somebody in at $39.95, you're going to make a $50 5-star bonus plus a hotel night, free hotel night at the Intercontinental Hotel, which is a 5-star resort hotel. The Holiday Inn chain is good for the Hotel Indigo chain or the Crown Plaza. So you can you start your business for $39.95. If you bring someone else in, you make $50. And then we have a 50% matching bonus. And Coach, I know you're extremely excited about that because how many personals you brought in. Even though you're placing 100 people, you're still maintaining that match. So you're going to make 50% of what everybody earns. And our thing here at RE is that, hey, if you bring someone in and they make a fortune, you make half a fortune. And it goes on to where we pay you daily. We issue you an RE Visa card, pay card that we pay you daily on. And the daily pay is just so significant because imagine, you're getting paid on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Go out in the weekend, spend it off, because you're not going to get paid on Monday again. And we do that. And everything I'm talking about, we're up and running. This isn't some futuristic, hey, beta test, version 2, 2.0, or, hey, we're in a pre-launch. No. We're up and running, baby. We're cutting checks, and we're cutting bonus checks. Then you qualify for a couple, so you're a walking billboard for us, advertisement. So our pay daily, and then folks, we've really cracked the code with our bonus pay structure. That's really got the attention of mega rock stars like Coach Van and the team he's building. Super Phil out of Vegas that's just absolutely blowing it up. And that is that when you have 50 people on your team, 50 best friends, and that's another thing we did differently because we want you to be treated differently than you've ever been treated before in networking. Is that we don't call you a rep, we don't call you a broker, an independent contractor, or a distributor. We call you a best friend. And it feels good to be called a best friend because, you know what, you're going to be treated like a best friend because we treat our best friends better than we do our family. So we're excited about the best friends that are coming in. Just actually put a record now. We're having a record number today all over the place with residential electricity sales, commercial, travel sales are percolating, and new BS are coming in as well as funding deals. So, Van, when you have 50 people on your team, we're going to release a check to you for $2,500, not just a check that clears or you put in your bank account, but a big check, the big ones you see on TV, on the golf tournaments, or Publishers Clearinghouse, they get delivered to your door. And we've had so many of those already, and we're excited to send out more. When you have 100 people on your team, you're going to get a check for $5,000. If you have 150 people on your team, we're going to get you a check for $7,500. For a total of $15,000 on 150 people on your team, and Coach, you're there already. And you're going after the big fish now, which is 500 people on your team. That cuts your small check. It's a little bit smaller, but it's $25,000. I'm just kidding. $25,000 check, and then we just introduced yesterday. Came out of the proverbial closet with us today on a video I shot, which was so much fun. Coach, it's something that's really got the industry like freaking out, and people are excited. People that have never been successful networking have a shot at this, and that is $100,000, $100,000, 6 figures for when you have 2,000 people on your team. Now, folks, I did it at YTB. I earned bonus checks at $50,000, $100,000, $250,000, and $1 million in a similar pay structure and bonus plan. And it can be done. I'm a walking testament to it. You can do it, and I'm no better than you, nor is Coach. We just do one thing probably better or the same as the most successful people do. We get started, and Coach got started, and he's really blowing and going. And then if that doesn't sound too good to be true, I'm going to add this to it to make it absolutely too good to be true. But the proof's in the pudding. We have our team leader program where you can't fail. And I've watched company after company after company after company after 25 years just take people's money and let them just die on the vine, so to speak, with no leadership, no training. Not here. We have our team leader program that we perfected at America Approved Energy Services over 8 years, and took the same perfected program over to our funding company, and then brought it over to RE, which is where we assign a team leader to you and to your team to help you with your residential and commercial electricity, if that's what you're working on. And we have Joe Galuzzo, who heads up that division. We have Tony Landy, who heads up the funding division for us over at the AICF funding. And then you have your travel program with your concierge, and Archer Travel has up their great training. We have group cruise training coming up. That the commissions on that is just crazy. Or people that are focusing on church cruises, group cruises, Affinity, alumni, and also the family reunion. But then I head up the team leader program to build large sales organizations. And besides you, Van, I don't think there's many people that have had the success that I've had, the expertise that I bring to the table, the passion that I have for each and every one of you on the phone to be a success and to win. I want you to stop living paycheck to paycheck. I want you to stop, just having that gut feeling, that feeling in your gut that, hey, am I going to make it to tomorrow? Well, you are. You're always going to make it, because who never shows up late, he's always there for us. So it's about being in the right place at the right time, and that's been a cliche probably to a lot of people. But when you're involved with a company that cares more about your success than you do, then you're really with the right company, and you're certainly on the right team with Coach Van and his system. And Coach, I hope I've covered all that needs to be covered. But again, I'm in awe of you, your leadership, your talent, your people who are duplicating, and that's really the key of any network marketing company. If I give you a little, not you, Coach, but to the people listening, a little golden nugget of wisdom of my 25 years in the industry. If the little person, and I'm talking about, I've been a little person, that when the person who just gets started, if they can't do it, if it's not duplicatable, guess what? It's not an opportunity that can stand on its own. So our products stand on its own without the opportunity tied to it. Travel's travel, energy's energy, and money is money for businesses. So, Coach, we're truly excited to be doing what we're doing with you and your team, and I hope we continue to break the records in the industry, as we will with the things we've done so far.
Hey, thanks a lot there, PJ. And before PJ takes off here for one of the corporate calls that he does every day, I want to hit a couple of points here. We have a lot of guests on this webinar, which is great. That's the whole purpose of this. We don't want to sit here and bring on the CEO just to talk to people who've already joined. All those who just joined today, and join us old timers who've been in like a week. Congratulations. But I know everybody on this webinar is also in something else. And I'm always hearing, hey, my plate's full. I'm already, super busy. And, sometimes you want to clear your plate. Maybe not clear it, but make room. Like when you go to, that buffet there and you got your full plate, and then you see that, piece of cheesecake or whatever it does that blows your fancy there. Maybe you throw away the green beans or something so you can make room for the cheesecake. Here, I want to talk to both Joe and Susie Average and Joe and Susie Superstar here for a second. Most of the superstars guys who are professional networkers, like PJ and others who've made hundreds of thousands and sometimes millions of dollars, they know that the money comes by having a whole bunch of Joe and Susie averages who are doing what they consider successful. And there's a lot of programs out there, a lot of great companies with wonderful products and services. And I'm going to even back up here for a second and say, yeah, we're in the largest and most lucrative industries, but just back up for a second and forget the products and services here. The 125% commission, we have low cost, and all somebody needs to do to be in profit is make one referral. Now, they get to do that with the second and the third and the fourth. There's no passing up or anything here. Our team is helping people with the holding tank. You don't have to use it, but we teach people to do that. So these bonuses that PJ was talking about, you don't have to be a superstar to get that $2,500 bonus. It's not based on how great the company's doing. It's how your team is doing. And myself and your sponsors can help you and move people under each other. Part of the reason we've already had people on our team get the $2,500 bonus, the $5,000 bonus, and the $7,500 bonus in just a week. Like I said, I never even heard of RE until a week ago Monday. Okay, so this can happen for people, and this is something. I'm not encouraging people to quit whatever they're doing. I am encouraging them to make room for this because of what's there up front. Historically, the second best time of the year to build a program, whatever it is right around September. The best time is, in January historically, because people, having their goals of make money, get out of debt, lose weight. And in September, people are trying to recover from their summer vacations, build up some income to maybe, get ready to pay for Christmas, going back to school, getting the backpacks, all these different things. We are primed here to be getting things, have people with bonuses in their pocket and getting the stories out there. So come September, we'd have Joe and Susie Average putting superstar type bonuses in their pockets for having small teams. Okay? In the big picture, these numbers are small. There's people on this webinar besides PJ who've built teams into the many, many thousands and sometimes even hundreds of thousands of people. Some of you are in other programs just on spillover have a few hundred people on your team, but I'll bet you those other companies didn't give you a $7,500 bonus for having that team put together. So keep that in mind. And the other thing, I said I was going to keep you online for this. I know you got to take off, PJ. I'm going to hit a couple other things here, but I know you got to go. What bit of advice here do you have for our guests and why they should join right now with the people who invited them instead of tomorrow or next week or next month?
Well, two reasons. I can tell you this, and again, I use my wisdom and my experience and to share this with you. And I'm going to kind of take it down a couple notches because I get really excited and enthusiastic about what we do because of the people that are making money. That we're doing numbers in the summertime that are just staggering, just unheard of in the summertime in a non-binary compensation plan. If you have experience, you know what I'm talking about. But I will say this: that if you don't join tonight, someone's going to talk to the people that you would have normally talked to tonight. Someone's going to. It's sweeping the nation, and there's nothing worse than to be overridden when you could be overriding the people that you would have talked to. So it's happened, I think, 10, 15 times today. I've been on calls where someone was introduced and they say, oh, gosh, I should have called Larry. I should have called Susie, but they were already in. And that's what's happening. So, there's a definite fear of loss here, folks, because I will tell you this. If you wait a day to join RE or even get engaged in the business after you start, it's going to cost you a week. If you wait a week, it's going to cost you a month. If you wait a month, it's going to cost you a year, because we're gearing up for an unbelievable fall. But really what I'm doing is I'm getting you in position, getting you and your families in position for not only a great fall and how the holidays and great, I mean, more money than you can hopefully you've made in a long time, but gearing you up and positioning our company for the biggest 2015 that anyone's ever seen in this industry, traveling the world, energy, electricity, which everyone has to use, and funding as many businesses in North America as we possibly can. But it starts today. That's why we're doing what we're doing. That's why we have calls 7 days a week, 2 o'clock every day for our team leader call, open to the public, and our corporate call we do at 8:30 every night as well. Jump on every call we can, Coach, with your team. But if I was listening in and I'm sitting there and I'm hearing what I'm hearing, and it's all exactly the truth and what I'm hearing, which it is, I would be all over this, because if I couldn't look myself in the mirror, or my kids in the mirror, or my wife or my husband, and say, you know what, I knew about this, but I didn't take action. So I'm going to leave you with that, Coach. I got to jump on the other line. Look forward to the people that come in tonight, tomorrow, the next week, the next couple of years. But we want to work with you. As soon as you get in, we're going to wrap our arms around you. We're going to love on you. We're going to treat you like a best friend. And Coach, you're such a great friend and the best friend of RE. We really appreciate you and your team and what's going on. I'll talk to you guys on the 11 o'clock call. Thanks so much.
All right, PJ, thank you very much there. And for those of you who are going to the corporate call here, you're more than welcome to do so. Again, those of you who are guests, get back with whoever invited you to this webinar and join right now. Now, if you have questions and you don't have that little warm and fuzzy yet, ask right now. I will get your questions answered. My goal here is to not only get you to become part of Relationship Energy, but to get you to become part of Relationship Energy and feel good about it and already know that you can get your money back today. They pay daily, 1 week in the rear. Anybody you refer today, you're paid next Tuesday. It is Tuesday, right? Yeah, it's Tuesday night here, and it happens. It's that good. The only thing I don't like about the program is it's U.S. only. You have to either have a U.S. address and a Social Security number, or employment ID number, or tax identification number. You can join as an entity or as a person. That's fine. So does anybody have any questions on this particular webinar? And okay, while we're doing that, for those of you who are already members, I have a question for you. Is who on this webinar right now has no doubt in their mind that by this time next week, you will have your team, even if your team is just yourself right now, at the $2,500 level, so that you'll have 50 people on your team. Again, that doesn't mean you had to sponsor 50 people. That's, you getting a couple who got a couple who got a couple, and maybe your sponsor or upline put some people below you. Okay. Kevin, congratulations. Kevin's going to have that $2,500. And Mark, Joe, congratulations for making that commitment to yourself and the team here. Let's see, so we got some couple more in. Herbert, way to go. Okay. Linda and Dick, they're going for it. Good job. They're off to actually a good start already. Anybody else have any other questions? Again, if you're a guest, get your questions answered. Or if you're not asking questions, I'm going to assume it's because you're going off and signing up in RE 24/7/365 with the person who invited you to the webinar tonight. And we do this particular webinar with the CEO every day. I'll give you an example. I think she's actually on the line here, is Dawn, one of our members. You really do get that phone call, and Dawn has a friend who owns the business, and they're in one of the areas that's deregulated, and she didn't know a whole lot about energy. So the team leader, when they called Dawn, it wasn't me. The company calls every single person. She asks some questions about the energy, and they're putting the thing together. And if they're able to help that company, which they almost always do, Dawn will have a commission on that entire energy bill every single month. And keep in mind, over the 8 years that they've had this energy program, 87% retainability. Now, I'm Dawn's sponsor. I get a 50% match. Now, I've also placed Dawn below somebody else that I've also sponsored, which creates an income for them. So think about this. I've put Dawn below somebody else. Now, when that energy contract goes through, I've also helped that person that I've put below make some money from that, just that one bill. And because when you help people, it kind of comes back. Yes, I didn't get that first level bonus, but now that person that I helped by placing Dawn under them, when they get their piece of that electric bill, I'm going to match that person 50%. And you can do the same thing. If you only sponsor 2 people, you can put that person under the other person. So I'm going to give you a quick strategy tip here, especially if you've never had much success getting people into XYZ programs, and you've only got one person. Let's say you just signed up Jesse, and Jesse's the only person you signed up because you just got started yourself. You can call Gerard and say, hey, Gerard, you sign up with me in RE right now, and I'll put somebody below you immediately. Gerard goes, hey, I get off to a good start. You're still getting the 50% match. You're still getting the 125% commission, but then Gerard is going to be able to make some money off of whatever Jesse generates. Then you go and give Charles a call. Hey, Charles, you join with me in RE today, and I'll put 2 people below you right now. Charles thinks, okay. He goes ahead and joins. You put, Gerard under him, and now he's got Gerard and Jesse below him. It's no skin off of Jesse or Gerard's nose. They're still personally referred to you. Now you can go give Mary a call and say, hey, Mary, you join right now. I'll put 3 people below you. And if Mary goes, well, hey, let me think about it. Okay. She thinks about it. While she's thinking about it, you put those people under somebody else. And then when Mary comes in 2 days later, you can say, hey, Mary, and you go put Mary under Jesse. And then you just do that with a couple legs, and before you know it, those people are doing the same thing, giving people away, and all of a sudden you got 50 people on your team, and you got $2,500 coming on top of your commissions and on top of everything else we've mentioned here. This is too easy. Now, I try to stay positive as much as possible, but I'm going to say, if you can't refer one person on a low-cost program with 125% commission that is paid daily, you should quit. Not quit the program, just quit networking. When it's this easy and this good, and the largest and most lucrative industries in the world, just travel by itself is over $6 trillion. I'll give you this isn't a direct quote. I'm going to try to look up that direct quote from Warren Buffett, who says energy is going to be the largest transfer of wealth since the Depression. And during the Depression in the U.S., that was $40 billion was transferred to a small group of people. Now, that was huge money, 90 years ago or 80 years ago, whatever it was. Yeah, 40 billion is a lot of money right now, but compared to, trillions of dollars, it's not much at all. That's coming from a guy who's made many, many billions of dollars predicting and knowing what the trends are going on, not only in the U.S., but the world. That's just energy. Loans, more money. Energy, more money. Travel, more money. Small teams built, more money. Okay. All right. Well, hey, I want to thank everybody for being on the webinar here today. I know PJ's already gone, but thank PJ for helping out here with the Millionaire team, and encourage every single guest on this webinar to go join with the person who invited you immediately, and then put some people in touch, or even get them on the Millionaire This Year webinar later on tonight at 11 o'clock. The CEO will be on that particular webinar. That's more of an open forum webinar, but you get people there, you get them to listen, they come on board. Good night, everybody.